Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. We've got something new from CJRB that I think just recently released. I just checked, it is available. I'll link this down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Thanks to CJRB for sending these in. I know what this is because, like I said, I looked it up. So I'm gonna do these obviously one at a time, but we're gonna move those other ones off there, and we're gonna check this out. It's definitely in the budget category, which, you know, as of late, it's either been it's on one side of the spectrum or the other. It's been pretty boring or amazing. That's my experience with the budget knife world for probably the last year at least, maybe 2 years. It's a lot harder to get, to release something that is considered amazing. But when it happens, it's truly amazing. So what is this called? Sorry, I don't think I showed it. It's called the Lyrid, I guess. Okay. So the picture that I saw, I kind of thought it looked insanely similar to the QSP Penguin. This is the PVD one. This is AR RPM 9 and with a PVD coating, and it's got a crossbar lock. I feel like we haven't seen nearly as many crossbar locks from CJRB. The knife comes in at about 50 bucks. So this is okay. It's pretty much exactly what I expected there. I want to go ahead and open these other ones and take a look and see, what we're looking at for color. This one here is Stonewall Shape green G10. That might be my preference. I bet it's probably green and blue or green and gray. So yeah, this is more of an OD green. Texturing is not strictly peel ply. We do have some fancy lines in there. I do like the stonewash on this one much better than the PVD. That would be my choice. A pretty nice sheep's foot blade. It is very similar to the profile of the QSP Penguin and pretty similar in size. It's just a crossbar lock instead of a liner lock, and instead of washers, it runs on bearings. We do have ambidextrous mounting positions for the pocket clip, which is a big deal. If you're going to do a crossbar lock, you pretty much need to have that there. AR RPM 9. Who's the designer here? What does it say? I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with that. But AR RPM 9 is like a spray form 9CR18 MOV, which is nothing insanely special, but it's perfectly fine for the price point that we're at here. And for the third one, we'll just keep it a surprise. How about that? We can get it out of there. For the third one, yeah, it's that, typical CJRB blue-gray. Not bad, actually. I kind of like it. I'm really glad that they did not try to do the weird random colors. I mean, a pivot color would have been cool on this, just like a silver pivot color, but I'm glad they didn't force that in there. Sometimes it just gets a little bizarre. Straight up, just, full steel liners, and then the G10 on top of it. So nothing too crazy as far as the build goes. There are definitely the only thing that you could even make an argument here for, and listen, $49 isn't bad at all. I mean, this is a really, really straightforward knife. There's not really a lot here. It's not really the type of knife that requires a dedicated review. I just wanted to get a quick look at it. I mean, you can pretty much, guess, especially now that everybody has handled CJRB knives, right? Crossbar lock. Sure, that's fine with me. I don't need to do more than that, right? So the only thing that anybody could make an argument for, as far as why that costs $50 instead of $40 or $38 or whatever, is that it's proprietary steel. However, it can't be a super expensive process. So there definitely are companies that are competing and doing exactly the same thing for about 40 bucks. Migron, I think maybe 42 to 45, and arguably better steel at 14C28N, but that again is largely a preference, right? My question is, why haven't we moved forward with this ARSFX or ARFX or ARS, whatever they call it? It's their own proprietary version of essentially 154 CM. And I think they make it the same way. It's a spray form. Now, that would be cool. The problem is that previous pricing on that steel seems to imply that they intend for it to be in a price tier that is above $75. I was really hoping that we would see, like personally, I think it'd be really cool if instead of $50 for this, we saw this exact same knife, for $65 or $70 with their own proprietary 154 cm, which would be really, really cool. ARSF SX or whatever they call that. If it is spray foam 154 cm, it's nothing incredibly spectacular, and it's nothing that's, personally, it's not something that would drive me to spend more than $75 on a knife. But a steel that performs as well as 154 cm, but in the budget territory, would certainly be a much larger incentive. And you might be saying, Metal Complex, that's a little bit of a stretch considering the weather of the world right now. And I would say to you, you are correct. It's really hard to say exactly where things are going to land in terms of price after things start to really get stirred up, right? So ultimately, I'm being a little bit critical of this. I don't think $50 is bad for it. It's honestly a pretty straightforward profile. It's got nice ergonomics. Ambidextrous pocket clip is pretty good. It's neat that they offer PVD as an option on a $50 knife. Slight stick on that green one. Is it the same way on this guy? Yeah, a little tiny bit. That's okay. How are we? Are we centered here? This one maybe slightly, ever so slightly favoring the right. Not bad. And then your green one here. Let's take a look. Yeah, that one's dead on. And the black one coming in also dead center. Let's just check weight here real quick. Again, I mean, these are so simple. They're so straightforward. I don't necessarily need to be doing a full review on it. 3.1 ounces, pretty much exactly what I expected. And then your measurements here. Overall length coming in at a little more than 7.25. Blade length 3.25. Cutting edge a little over 3. So, okay. Pretty generic stuff, but not every release has to be the newest best thing. It's kind of a cool blade profile, and for people, especially people starting out or just looking for their next beater, this might be a good option for you. So I'll link it in the description along with all of the different colors and things like that. If you use the link, then it's definitely going to take you to all of the different available variations. But in any case, I do appreciate QSP, or not. I keep wanting to call this a QSP Penguin. I do appreciate CJRB sending these in. These will likely end up as giveaway knives on my weekend live stream in the future, usually Fridays at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's going to be it today, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.